Hello.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a new session of eMeet Your Design and Fashion Schools. Let me just share my screen before we start. So the objective of this particular um, series is that you interact with the top management of each school. You keep your options open to private design and fashion schools. Now, please note we say private design and fashion schools, but in today's case, it's a little different. Yeah. Um, and you save money by applying to only a few schools of your choice. And that's why we think this series is important. For those of you who've missed the previous webinar on writing SOPs, you could go onto our YouTube channel and attend that. For those of you who missed the webinar on the top private design and fashion schools to consider in 2024, y'all could go onto our YouTube channel as well for that. We'll be doing the new session soon. But today is a very interesting session. It is with FDDI, that is Footwear Design and Development Institute. Now, number one, this is a government institute. It's not a private one. It's a government institute. Number two, the word footwear is what the school started off with, but they have beautifully expanded into the realm of fashion. And as I hear today, they've also expanded into the realm of product and communication as well. And this is very interesting because it gives students the opportunity to interact with a brand new government school. Well, I can't say brand new because FDDI is an old, very old institution, started in the 1980s. But the introduction of fashion and design is relatively new. So Fashion the Institute, started about 5 or 6 years ago, and product design and communication is something they've started more recently. But I'll let Professor Mohammed Ghaffran talk about this, and he's the senior faculty of FDDI. For those of you who are interested in applying for this school, and remember, the fee of this school, the tuition fee is extremely affordable. It's less than 1.5 lakhs, 2 lakhs. It's in that range per year. So it's a very affordable school. It's a school of excellence, and we would like as many people to apply for this in this year. A little bit about Professor Gufran. So Professor Gufran is a senior faculty in the LAGD department at FDDI Hyderabad. He's a postgraduate in GMT from NIFT, Delhi, and currently pursuing his PhD in sustainable fashion and value chain. He's also UGC NET qualified. He's got around 14 years of industry, academic, and research experience. He's demonstrated strong professional skills in garment manufacturing technology, sustainable design process, pattern making, product development for apparel and fashion, industrial engineering, merchandising, retail, and ergonomics. He's also published and presented several research papers at conferences and various journals. Now I'm going to hand it over to Professor Gufran. So Professor Gufran, thank you so much for coming over and being here on a Sunday morning to address the parents and students of DQ Labs.
Thank you, Dion. Okay, should I continue now?
Yes, you may continue. Okay.
Thank you so much. Let me start with my presentation. Is my presentation visible?
1 second. Now it is, yes.
Okay. Okay, just a moment. we hide this. Okay, good morning, all of you. I'm Mohammed Gufran. I'm a senior faculty and head of department for leather goods and accessory design in FDDI Hyderabad. So today I'm going to discuss career in design and what are the opportunities that FDDI is providing in terms of design education and what are different courses here and what are the career paths that can be taken up after these courses. So let me start with. Uh, so career in design is the presentation. So just how does it go? Okay, so I think all of you understand when you are going interested in design and you are applying in design colleges. So I do not need to elaborate what is design, but let me tell you what is design right now. So first of all, when I'm talking about a design, in pretext of historical design, when people understand as a design, design was something that we talked about aesthetics appeal and craftsmanship. Now it is more of a functional and visual and experiential design. Now it's now design is just not aesthetic appeal, but we talk about a lot of human interface or it's of how the design is more functional and what is the experience that it gives to the users. So now we have it encompasses just not if I'm talking about basically it was aesthetic appeal design. We're talking about fashion and graphic. Now it encompasses a lot of things like graphic, industrial, fashion, interior, web, visual, then product. So there are a lot of fields, and now we are still talking about when AI has come. We are talking about how the design will work in AI systems. So there are a lot of things that are coming up. So it me. So what is the future of designing? So as a design profession is evolving and it is up to designers to shape their future. So if you understand, design profession is evolving very fast, and with the coming of new technologies coming up every day and how we are progressing, this design profession is just not something that is keep is away with all those evolving technologies. And now design profession is evolving very fast, and we need to change, or we need to have a lot of inputs to as a designers to keep up with this new changing environment. If I'm talking about traditional design, we're talking about simply focused as a general designers who were simply producers or craftsmen, or we are basically when talking about aesthetic or visual appeal. But now when you're talking about 21st century, designers are not somebody who is only producers or craftsmen, but they are ones who are actually taking the step ahead and taking decisions not only in the business but also in the environmental or social changes, challenge like the social environment. So every decision now, if I'm talking about the strategic decision makers, are mostly designers, not the other ones, Blemke, because if designers are the one who is we talk about as a thinker or somebody who is thinking in a step ahead than others. So they are the one who are the creators, and they are the one who are actually understanding how the things will perform in the future. So designers are actually taking a step ahead nowadays. So what are designers required? There are different key roles, there are different contributions, there are different responsibility that now lies on the designers right now. So if I'm talking about key roles, we are talking about problem solving, creating user experience, brand identity, visual communications. We are talking about innovations, creating something that is beautiful. Then is creating different how we are setting something different from the rest. or creating things accessible to people who are in a different zone. If we're talking about accessibility, we are talking about universal design, which is one of the basic or one of the most evolving field in the design. Then we are talking about responsibility. We are talking about sustainability. We are talking about environmental discourse. We are talking about ethical design. We are talking about design for all. So all those things comes under responsibility, and we as a designers or designers are the one who as a creator has to take it up as a main responsible person when you're designing some things, not only the products but the systems, the way we are functioning. So all those things comes now to the designers for the responsibility. uh, then is collaboration. We are creating collaborations between different industries, different users, and we are giving comprehensive solutions. We are building systems as designers. So if I'm talking about as a whole, designers are now required in every era or every field of work right now. So, and in conclusion, if I have to say, it's a crucial role in enhancing functionality and status and overall satisfaction across diverse industries. Not only industries we are talking about, it's actually the society or on the whole. So, so designers are now being, if I'm talking about in every field, they are being employed, be it politics, be it designing systems, or be it if I'm talking about government governance, then we are talking about industry, we are talking about transportation, we are talking about challenge. There are different challenges in the society, like in rural areas, and if I'm talking about in agriculture, if I'm talking about in science, everywhere designers are actually being employed, and they are being employed as a strategic decision makers. How much the big industry is. If I'm talking about right now, if design industry is evaluated as somewhere around 162 billion and still growing. It's so everywhere their design is being getting impacted. If I'm talking about this year growth, it is around 25% growth in when I'm talking about in CAGR. If I'm talking about in the so it's a multi-million dollar industry has become. And why it is big? Because the economic impact, significant revenue generation globally, contributors from agencies, freelancers, design driven business. So its design is actually having a lot of impact in the industry, and it is the and everywhere when industry wants to differentiate it from the conventional industry, it generally needs a designer or somebody who has to take a strategic decision into creating a differentiation between the conventional and the new industry. Now, employment landscape. So, if I'm talking about employment landscape, there are substantial new opportunities which are actually coming up globally, and the people who are not available. Exactly, if I'm saying there is a dearth of designers, because if I'm correctly speaking, it is somewhere around India all requires somewhere 67,000 designers annually, and we are actually the designers who are passing out from, if I'm talking about government or private universities, are not more than 7,000. And also, if I'm talking, we go into categorically into different segments, which is also again is lower than what is needed. Global reach, driven design business and freelance operators are on global scale. Recognition of design as a strategic tool for business success has become a common type. When you talk about design thinking, you must have think that everywhere we are talking about design thinking, because this has become a strategic tool for driving a business, if I'm talking about part of the business and other things. Then is digital transportation. So if I'm talking about digital era, it has grown big and wide, and people are if I'm talking about everywhere, if I'm talking about mobiles, if I'm talking about visual experience, virtual reality, if I'm talking about movies, cinemas. So digital transformation has taken a big leap around last 10 years. And in this digital industry or design in the digital design industry, a lot of designers are now uh, being involved, and they are needed for that sale. So if I'm talking about user experience design, web design, app design, movie design, or we are now talking about virtual reality or augmented design. So all these are new digital transformations which happened in last 10 years, where designers are very much required. Then is educational impact, where there is a lot of new things. Now, if I'm talking about engineers, they are heading their masters, they are doing their masters in a design role because they need, they understand that they need a design intervention in every field now. So it is dynamic in nature. If I'm talking about designers, are the basic, they are needed everywhere, and it's dynamic, it's changing every time, and they have to become a, it's a multi-disciplinary kind of approaches are now needed for a designer to work in the industry. So I've already talked about, so there are 62,000 designers are required annually, which in our country, we are talking about just India. So sector highlights. So now there are a lot of new design sectors are coming up. There are new media design or animation design. We're talking about architecture, interior, product design. We are talking about. Then is graphic design, industrial design, automotive and retail design. Then it's we are talking about toy design, exhibition design, design research, design strategy management, then human computer interaction design. Then these are the traditional design. We are talking about fashion design, leather design, textile and jewelry design. So everywhere, these are the new sectoral highlights which we talk about in India. So we come to Footwear Design and Development Institute now. So I'll be talking about what the courses that we are providing to the students, and what are the highlights of these courses. So FDDI vision. So FDDI was established as an initiative of the government to develop footwear industry in 1986. The first campus coming in Noida. After that, we have again we have actually developed into 12 campuses across India. So if I'm talking about a vision, in our endeavor to make India a leading tech hub for design, technology, retail, and management in the world, we shall take necessary steps for creating quality infrastructure for design, development, production, and support service system for Indian industry. Our effort will be in direction which makes the institute world leader in the field of fashion design, technology, retail, management due to quality of our products, services, response, and cost effectiveness. So basically, if I'm talking about which was established by Ministry of Commerce and Industry, FDDI was vision to actually take lead in terms of design and technology and management for developing industry sector or design industry sector. Basically, we started with the footwear, but now we are talking about the whole design industry in India. So this is a development path. I'm talking about what is how it started, established in 1986 under aegis of Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So first campus coming up in Noida. Then it is actually a premier institute with global reputation, training consultancy in footwear, fashion, leather products, design and retail sector. So we have done a lot of consultancies in footwear and fashion across these years, and we not only in the national level, but also in international level. We have a pan-India presence with 12 full-fledged campuses across India. In 2017, it was declared as a National Institute of National Importance, or INI, which is given to all the major institutes of India, including NIFT, NID, IITs, and IIMs. So now we can actually give any degree. We are the competent to make courses and give degrees to the students on our own. We have a very good placement and alumni record. We have last time we are talking about this is 83 placement with more than 200 national international companies participating every year. So this is just a small thing about FDDI. So we have international partnerships for training and consultancies, not in India, but also in different countries, South Africa, Vietnam, Ethiopia, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. So we are the one who are trying to develop, not only in India, but we are trying to partnership with all these countries to develop them. Seven campuses of, so we have Center of Excellence, which is a industry-driven center which provides innovation consultancy in the core domain to the industry, and which is there in our seven of our campuses. Then we have alumni have grown to the key positions such as vice presidents, CEOs, national, multinational companies. So we am talking about alumni base, which is very strong, and they are holding key positions in most of the big companies in India and abroad. We have a centralized placement systems which have equal opportunity. We give equal opportunities to all candidates. And we have world-class laboratories and testing centers, especially in leather sector and leather and footwear sector, which is one of the kind, not only in India, but also in Asia and abroad. And we give this testing reports, or we do testings for most of the biggest brands in India and abroad, and also for the government agencies, and which is recognized by SATRA, UK, and PFI Germany. So we have 4 schools in FDDI, which is School of Footwear Design and Production. So School of Leather Goods and Accessory Design, Fashion Design, and Fashion Merchandise, Fashion Retail and Merchandise. So academic alliances, we have alliances with different international universities of Northampton. We have Astoria School, Thomas Bata University, Czech Republic, and FDCI, Fashion Design Council of India. We are also a partner with CLE, Central of Leather Council of India, and different others. We also have incubation and modules available for startup internships. So we, as a part of a direct branch of DPIT, or Department of Industry and in Promotion Council of India. So we are a part of the startup entrepreneurship module of India. So we come to the schools different. So first is the footwear design and production. So here the programs, we have one program in the graduate level, and another in the postgraduate level. The graduate level program is Bachelor of Design and in footwear and footwear design and production. And masters, we have Master of Design in Footwear Design and Production. So we have special highlights. We are talking about footwear design and CAD, which is one of the growing sectors in footwear design. Then it's production and planning. We are talking about product development. We are talking about quality. We are talking about industrial engineering, production, and all. Then it's marketing and merchandising. We have a lot of opportunities coming in marketing and merchandising in footwear industry. We are talking about designing, range development, buying, export merchandising. And then footwear retailing and commerce, where we have a lot of industries because we are the one who and only who specialize in footwear. So we have a lot of companies like Amazon, if I'm talking about Flipkart and all, where the people hire for the footwear retailing and e-commerce. Then coming to leather goods and accessory design, previously we offered Bachelor Design in Leather Goods and Accessory Design, which has been updated 2 years back into Leather Lifestyle and Product Design. Here we are offering only graduate program as of now, and we are giving specializations being offered into 3 different segments. One is leather and accessory design, other is leather lifestyle and product design, and the visual and graphic design. So if I'm talking about, you can get into this course, and you can, after second year, you can specialize in 3 different areas. according to your options. So you can either go in the soft goods industry. That is, we are talking about leather and accessory. We are talking about leather and leather wear, bags, small leather accessory, small designs, smart wearables. Luxury is the one of the most important part of highlight of this specialization, which is actually growing in a very big way. So when I'm talking about lifestyle and product design, it basically caters into product design areas. When I'm talking about home decor products, utility products, office and retail products. We are talking about travel and business care, gadget and accessory design, automotive interior design, furniture design. So all those things comes into lifestyle and product design. Visual and graphic design area specializes in the visual design or visual communication segment, where we are talking about graphic design, UI UX design, web design, information design, space and experience design, humans electronic interface design, interaction, or we are calling about AR or VR design. Career opportunities are multifaceted in this. After doing this graduation, you can become an accessory designer, you can become a product designer, you can go into automotive sectors, you can become a user UI UX designer or interaction designer. You can become a graphic designer or interior and home decor, which is also a big part, growing in big part. Target industry we are talking about is the furniture industry, IKEA, home design or things. Then is product design and development industries like Godrej, Samsung, Deloitte, and a lot of Reliance and other brands. Then we are talking about visual design areas, which is now interaction design, if I'm talking about, which is hired by any of the industries right now. If it be it Google, be it Meta, be it Samsung, be it Deloitte, be it Amazon or Flipkart. So everywhere these engineers, these designers are actually required in these areas. So then coming to School of Fashion Design, the programs offered are the two levels. One is the Bachelor in of Design or BDes in Fashion Design, which is a 4-year program, and then is the MDes in Fashion Design, which is a 2-year program. So here we are talking about fashion design, and there are a lot of career opportunities in fashion design. We have as a fashion merchandiser, fashion designer, visual merchandisers. You can go as a fashion journalist or fashion curator, freelance designer, fashion faculty, graphic designers, and there are a lot of opportunities in the fashion field. Then we come to School of Retail and Fashion Merchandise. We provide two different degrees. One is MBA in Retail and Fashion Merchandise, which is a postgraduate area where any graduate can apply, and it is a 2-year course. And then is a BBA in Retail and Fashion Merchandise, which is a 3-year course. So here the career opportunities especially lies in the retail and marketing sectors, where as a buyers and merchandisers, operations manager or operations, you can say operation executives. Then is visual merchandise and store designs, mall managers, logistics and supply chain managers, which is growing in a very big area. Digital marketing managers and managers in omni-channel retail. So there are several opportunities in this segment, and it is actually growing right now. So coming to, other than that, we give short-term programs like 6-year or 3-month certificate programs in different segments like footwear, leather design, leather fashion designs in areas. Pedagogy, we have a pedagogy which is currently new and which is intuitive to the design segment. We talk about theoretical, interactive, research, conceptual, many focus on practical and analytical approaches of pedagogy. So basically, we talk about a lot of design thinking. We talk about product development. We talk about how from the scratch to the solving human problems and other problems. Facilities and workshops. We are one of the leading, as a government institute, we have a very developed labs which we are talking about, equipped with advanced labs to develop complex designs and work with multifaceted materials with latest technologies in all of its departments. So we do have a lot of investments. We have done a lot of investments in our labs, and which is one of the most advanced kind of labs. If I'm talking about different institutes you have seen, we have textile development lab, we have fashion product development lab, we have printing lab, we have 3D modeling labs, 3D scanning and 3D printing labs. We have hard goods development labs, which deals with different segments of area like wood, metal, and all. Accessory design and development lab, and footwear design and development lab. So these all labs are self-sufficient on a whole to develop it from the scratch to the final product. So mostly we are talking about a lot of industries also come to develop their products in our lab. So it is one of the leading highlights of our institute. Software, we invest heavily on softwares. We have different kinds of softwares we talk about. Basically, even talking about Rhino 3D, Adobe Creative Suite, SolidWorks, Flow 3D, Shoemaster, TukaCAD, Figma, and more. So there are a lot of softwares used in different segments of different industry. We're talking about footwear, fashion, product design. So we kind of have a lot of different types of suits and softwares in our labs, and which suits to different methods of the development of product design. So these are some of the pictures of practical training on workshops. So then this is innovation. So we talk about problem solving approach, where we talk about design thinking methods to develop different solutions for the students, develop different solutions for the industries. We're talking about sustainable design also. So this is one of the two of the recent projects students have done. Then we talk about consultancy and project management services. We provide a lot of consultancy and project management services to different segments of society. We're talking about government, we are talking about industry, we are talking about training, different people, skill development, and other things. So FDDI has been helping Indian and international organizations for improving product design, process improvement, and develop specific training programs for customized solutions. We also provide excellent service to different segments of government like defense and all also. So this is International Testing Center, which is one of the major highlights or one of its kind in Asia. So we are a SATRA Gold members. We are SATRA accredited laboratory, especially for footwear and leather. We are heavily involved in skill development initiatives of the government of India. So we institute organizes skill enhancement workshop, conduct expert in areas such as design software, material science, manufacturing process. We develop support for the leading entrepreneurships or kind of set up different clusters for government. Talking about placement and growth opportunities, we have 360-degree career development plan to make sure that every graduate of today has got strong sense of professionalism and leaderships. Internships opportunities are provided to all of the students, and we in our curriculum have a lot of internship or industry interaction opportunities for the student. We give guidance for entrepreneurship or setting up their own businesses. We have student exchange programs with different universities. We talk about professional mentoring and industry awareness workshops. So we have a lot of workshops and industry awareness, industry people coming in, giving workshops to the students. These are some of the major recruiters till now, which currently encompasses in major fields of fashion, accessory design, product design, or project design or footwear design areas. These are some of the alumni which have been there in the higher positions in different industries. We have Uttam Kumar as country manager, Bata Thailand. We have Anurag Yadav, he's the head of R&D in H&M. We have director of production creation at Adidas, Bata. Mostly, if I'm talking about most of the major bigger brands you're talking about. Online application process, admission process starts with online application form, which we still have the date till 7th of May. Then we have an exam which is called All India Selection Test, or AIST. It's a paper-based exams conducted in the different test center all across India. Then we go for the declaration of result and rank, and opening of counseling sessions after that. So we have reserve seats for, as for government norms, we have a reserve seat for SC, ST, OBC, and EWS categories, and we are in we also provide different scholarship schemes, government scholarships in these areas. So this is the admission calendar. So it started in 2510. We have given online prospectus. Last date is 7th of May 24 for submission of applications without late fee. Then is availability of open, so editing of forms can be done till 1/5 to 2/5. Then is availability of admit cards. From 6/5 you can have the admit cards. We'll start dispatching admit cards. Entrance test is on 12th of May. Then merit list we display on 31st of May. And counseling generally starts in 2nd and 3rd week of June. And then is in last 15th of July, you can submit the fee, last date of fee. And then it's reporting starts with this 29th of July. So we start the session of 29th of July. If talking about examination pattern, we have a paper-based examination pattern, which are talking about analytical ability. Then is design aptitude test, which is a weightage of the maximum marks of 50% and 50 marks. So we have 25 questions in that, which has the highest weightage. Then is general awareness. Then is comprehension or communication ability test. With the total, if I'm talking marks, is of 200 marks, where you are going to take the test. We are part of different scholarship programs, and we get opportunities to students to apply for different scholarship programs of Government of India, which are not only the central government, but also we provide assistance for the state government scholarships also. So why choose FDDI? First, it is a prestigious INA institute under the aegis of Ministry and Commerce and Industry. We have qualified and updated faculty resources. We have world-class infrastructures that very few institutes can afford. Then is competitive fee structure. Fee structure is less compared to most of the institute across India. Which is very affordable. If I'm talking about the degree, if you are going for a B design degree, we generally have under 10 lakh, the whole fees structure comes in. Then is students can avail various scholarships and government schemes. So we, as a student of FDDI, you are eligible to apply in different scholarship schemes of Government of India. A strong alumni base with long-term stand in the industry. So we have a very strong alumni base because we have been here for last around 30 years, I'm talking about. Placement assistant to all students, easy access to resources of different government institutions. So we are in collaboration with most of the best institutions of India, if I'm talking about IIT, NID, NIFT, AIMS, and other things. Opportunity, you can have the opportunity to be a part of various government projects and research in initiatives of Government of India, and many more things, which so these are some of the things which will let you develop into a better professionals when you pass out from the industry, from the college. So this is all from my side. So over to you. Any questions and answers?
All right. Thank you so much, Professor. Very, very interesting discussion. Very nice to see the trajectory which FDDI is going with. It's an interesting change. So while we wait for questions to come in, if you can go back to the slide which talks about uh, the fee structure, right?
Fee structure, we don't have the slide exactly right now,
So,
but if I'm talking about the fee structure right now is around, if I'm talking in average, we are talking about it's 1.25 lakhs per annum. So if I'm talking category only the fee, it's 1.4 lakhs for the centers which are located in the higher cities. We are talking about major cities, and which are in the B grade cities, it is around 89,000 per year. Per
so
semester, sorry, not per year.
per semester. Okay, so 1.25 lakhs per semester or per year?
1.25, I'm taking as an average. But
Okay,
if I'm talking only the tuition fees, it's 1.4, 1.04, not 1.4, 1.04 lakhs per semester. 1 lakh 4,000 rupees.
okay. So say at FDDI Hyderabad, it would be the average fee over there at Hyderabad would be in the metro city that,
Yeah.
right? All right, all right. So that makes so that's just about 2 lakhs a year.
Yeah, just about 2 lakhs a year.
All right.
We
So
are not including hostel. We provide hostel facilities and everything is there in the campus. So that's an extra charge, which is around 50,000 per semester.
all right.
That's also very affordable.
Food. And does that include food as well?
Yeah, that's include food, sir.
Including your food. Okay. So excellent. So looks like FDDI is providing, and so the reason is I was quite insistent that you all come here and interact with the students because I've seen the infrastructure at FDDI and I thought it was absolutely amazing to see the quality of infrastructure and the machinery that you'll have, the equipment that you'll have, and the team as well is extremely committed, and that's pretty interesting to me to see that in a government-run institution. So definitely think that as many students should consider FDDI as one of the preferred schools. It's got great equipment. It's located within the city of Hyderabad, and it comes at a very, very reasonable cost, right? So it's definitely something that should be considered. And I'm glad that you've opened up product design and communication design as well. Would you be able to go back to that slide?
Uh, yes. Is it visible? Yeah.
Yes, it's visible. All right. Yeah. So I think this is the slide that's most appropriate for the students of DQ Labs, right? Because most of them are, focused on product design or visual communication design. And it's interesting to see that y'all have this. So for y'all have so the beaders would be in leather lifestyle and product design, or would it be in one of these aspects?
One of these aspects. Actually, what is happening? We are this is one of the course which is tailored, keeping the multifaceted character of the industry. So, if I'm talking about basic knowledge of all these three will be there to the students, but from the third year onwards, they can choose one of the direction and specialize. So, if I'm talking about if the landscape of the industry that's changing so fast. If somebody is actually having this kind of input, he could adapt to any of the situations industry.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And if you can go to the so this is interesting because this includes the AR VR lab. So how equipped are you all for AR VR? Because you told me that you all are investing certain money, a good amount of money in getting new equipment. So where is that money? I think about a 10 crore budget.
Yeah, we have given it to ministry, and we are still developing. So small way we have already developed, and we are taking up it seriously. And I think a small way in that we are end-to-end products are still are being made. And I think we have already UI UX lab. We have all the IT services interaction also. It's not a big thing that we are talking about here. We are designs. It's one of the things which is coming in the future very in a heavy ways. And majorly, if I'm talking about the computers and softwares are all equipped with that, developing of that. Okay. And we are in talk with different industries which are dealing with the AR and VR design, which will give opportunities or in hand, if I'm talking about direct opportunities for the students to develop such interfaces.
All right. If you can go to the slide of the School of Fashion Design. Yeah,
Yeah,
so the previous slide, I think.
this is the fashion design, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is also an interesting, program that you'll have.
Hmm.
Now, for the fashion design students, what's the kind of exposure that they get externally in terms of, let's say, participating in events and maybe fashion shows?
See, if I'm talking about the fashion design course right now that we offer, we talk about all the phases of design. We talk about starting with the design process, illustrations to the development of the products, be it if I'm talking about retail oriented or industry oriented design, or to be in avant-garde design. So we give a lot of opportunities to the students. We are also talking about different aspects of industry exposures. We give there are a lot of exposures where students go to the industry for internships, and we also talk about the fashion design opportunities, or they are able to showcase their design in different fashion shows or competitions. And here also graduating fashion show is one of the major attractions of the course.
All right, fantastic. So we'll take a few questions from the audience at this point of time. Jia Gandhi is asking, what will be the additional expenses other than tuition fee?
If I'm talking about GIA, if I'm talking about this being a government institute, we don't have a lot of additional expenses. If I'm talking about the additional expenses come for the projects that you do, that the materials we do, the machines and everything we provide. We don't have to, and you can develop a lot of things in house. Other than tuition fees, if you are opting for campus or residents inside the campus, it is around 50,000 per semester for the fooding and lodging. Other than that, I don't think there is a lot of any fees. If I'm talking about tuition fees, other than that, there is a library fees, which is 5,000. Then is development fees around 5,000, and admission fees. So they are very not very high. I'm talking about. So if I'm talking about on an average, if I'm talking about tuition fees and other development fees, that is what I'm talking about, 1.25 lakhs per semester. You can figure it out. It can be less than that also. And other than that, there is only fooding and lodging, which is hostel fees, which is around 50,000 per semester. For Hyderabad campus, I'm talking about. It changes for different campus, but it will be around in the same zone. If I'm talking about less for B gate categories, if I'm talking about B category cities, it might be less than 50,000 also.
All right. There's a question from Manish Bhatia who's saying, do you have the option of OCI or PIO NRI seats? If so, is there a different fee structure for that?
Yes, we have an option of NRI seats, which is accordance to the government of India. We have 10% seats which can be reserved for NRI seats as an NRI seats options, and the fee structure is little higher, but it is not very high. It is around, I think, 3 lakhs. If not, like if I'm talking about Indian rupees, it's somewhere around 3 lakhs uh, uh, per semester. Okay, it changes around the value of the dollar something.
All right. Would that be 3 lakhs per semester or 3 lakhs per year?
No, it's 3 lakhs per semester.
Per semester. So 6 lakhs a year.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Saravanan is asking, why are the timelines so late? It's highly impossible to wait that long while all other schools are closing admissions by June latest.
This is a management decision. Actually, what has happened is this is subject to the management decisions. So I don't know if they have a thought process, some thought process into it. Might be they want to give opportunities to all of the students who are there. Uh, so that is why I think the timelines are a little less. But certainly, because this timeline was previously followed by all of the institutes, if I understand, but now they have forwarded their timelines. So I think by next year, I think our timelines might also forward to the same level.
All right. Yeah, because I think if this feedback can go back to the management, maybe parents can choose it a little earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Dhanalakshmi is asking, apart from Hyderabad, which other FDDIs have the same courses? Meaning your fashion design, your leather goods and accessories design.
We have 12, Jia, this is, we have 12 campuses around India. Where I think footwear design and fashion design is being given in all the campuses around India. If I'm talking about the product design or the course in leather lifestyle and product design, which is now being given in only 3 campuses right now. One is Noida, other is Kolkata, and the third is Hyderabad. Uh, Other than that, all other courses are being provided or being given in all the campuses.
So even the lifestyle and product design, visual communication and graphic design, what about those? Those are also given in.
These 3 campuses, Noida, Kolkata, and Hyderabad.
Okay, okay. Right. So Vinay Kinney is asking, is there an additional software cost if you take visual communication?
No, there is no additional software cost. See, all the softwares are being provided by by the institute. But if you want to buy any software, that is you can buy it. But I think all the softwares are being provided by the institutes, and you can access the lab or the in the institute and work on those softwares. And if I'm talking about most of the softwares are being provided, if I'm talking about Figma, if I'm talking about 3D, some CD softwares, they are being provided to the students as free as right now. A lot of like AutoCAD Desk, if I'm talking about, they are actually giving these softwares for students for free, some limited version. But if I'm talking about educational versions, these are all there in our labs. And there are some professional versions also, because we also cater to the industry. So we need 1 or 2 licenses for professional versions.
All right. The other follow-up question from Vinay Kinney is, which metro or Tier 1 city do you all have campuses in?
If I'm talking about Metro City, we have it in Delhi NCR. If I'm talking about Noida, Hyderabad, then is Kolkata and Chennai. These are the 4 metro cities that we right now we have our campuses in.
Okay. So Aish is asking, Can you give some insights about what kind of jobs, campus placement, companies will students get exposed to? Maybe even
See,
internships. If
internships, or is talking about placements?
So they're talking about placements,
Yeah.
but if you can include internships, if you can include maybe the guest faculty coming from industry.
Uh, See, if I'm talking about it's Ash, it's the Ash.
Aish, yeah.
Yeah, Ash. Ash, if I'm talking about this internships and placements, we have a varied uh, lineup of industries. We are talking about 200 plus industries that is coming to the campuses in different ways. If I'm talking about footwear segment, we cater almost all the industries because we are somewhere around 30 years late. If I'm talking about fashion industries, also fashion also, we are catering to all the major brands and where our students are going for internships and placements. Not only in India, we are talking about in abroad also. So if talking about Nike, Bata, or we are talking about Landmark Group, we are talking about lifestyle, we are talking about Zara, we are talking about bigger brands or luxury brands. If I'm talking about this Armani or all those retail chains in India. So if I'm talking about leather goods and accessory design, which was there before, we talk about Da Milano or High Design or Ralph Lauren. We cater to all the major industries. Okay, and coming to the product design segment, we have started placing students into internships into different big companies. We recently talking with a lot of big companies like Amazon, or we are talking with Flipkarts, and we are talking about Deloitte. Or so we are into industries, and we have a lot of leads coming in. So right now also we are coming in, the leads are coming in for placement. We don't have the students right now. So it is not a problem for the placement of the current scenario of the industry.
All right. All right. So there's a follow-up question on that front, which is what was your placement percentage last year at the Hyderabad campus?
If I'm talking about all the students who have applied, most of them have been placed. Other than the choices they have opted, if they have opted for like higher studies or their own business, other than we have provided assistance to all of the students, and around more than 80% have been placed.
Okay, fine. So Shobha Suresh is asking, animal lovers and maybe certain organizations are looking for an alternative to leather and fur. Would that affect students who are focusing on the leather design
No,
area?
actually, see, leather design is the name of the course, but if you are talking about designing, we design in multi materials, not only leather. We are talking about polyurethane, we are talking about banana fiber. We are talking about a lot of sustainable products. So it's the skill can be applied on any of the materials. It is regardless of a materials, the designing aspect is not based on leather. It is designing aspect is based on the all multi-material. We are talking about multi-materials things. And if I'm talking about this leather is there is a thought process that leather is not a sustainable material. If I'm talking about leather is one of the most sustainable material in this whole. It is more sustainable than fabric. If I'm textiles also. Only the processes that we have currently adopted a process which is not environment friendly, which is being adopted by the industry, but industry is very fastly moving towards a sustainable process. And when it is adopted in large scale, the leather will become the most sustainable material, other than PU and all the things that you're talking about. Because hide is a byproduct of a different industry. Okay, we don't kill animal for their hide because hide is something which is not very costly. Of talking about profitable business, killing animals for the hide. It is a part of different. It's a waste product with what we are using to make different products. Okay, Tanning process is one of the saying that we have said that is one of polluting part. But then now a lot of tanning process we are coming with olive tanning process and other conventional tanning process which we used, where the most sustainable processes ever, and it is one of the most sustainable product if I'm talking material to work on. If that's a thing that people do not know, but this is something that is there.
All right, fantastic. Um, so I think you answered the other questions again. Poonam, couple of questions from Poonam Sharma. I think you've answered this, but maybe just answer it again for Poonam's thing. Do you
Yeah.
have UI UX design in Noida?
Yes, Poonam, we have UX design specialization in Noida. So if you get the seat in Noida, you can obviously you can take this specialization.
All right, all right. And Poonam, your other question also, how the placements in the sector? We've covered that a little earlier. So Aishwarya is asking about the salary bands, right? Um, what about the salary bands that students start with? Do you have any data on that?
Uh, Exactly, if I'm talking about different segments of industry, we cater to different segments of industry, and their pay package is different in different segments. So if I'm talking about an average package, it comes around 4 to 5 lakhs, which is pretty good and at par of with all the design institutes of India. Like if I'm talking about NID, or if I'm talking about in NIFT, or if I'm talking about all the private institutes also, which you might have a big name. Salary packages are incomparable with any of the institutes, and the same industry, if I'm talking about same industry which are taking students there, they are also coming to FDDI, and we pay the salary package is around same. If I'm talking about and the higher packages, if I'm talking about different, goes up to, like this time it was 16 lakhs. So it goes up to 16 lakhs. It depends on the what are the opportunities that you are able to grab. So, and being an industry which is a small scale industry, if I'm talking about food, generally from leather bag sectors on that. So average package is this, but the growth in this industry is very high. If you have little experience of 1 or 2 years, you advance in a very good way. So if I'm talking, none of the institutes will provide better packages than what we are providing.
Okay, thank you for that. So Vinay Kini, your question has also been answered. If there are alternatives to materials like leather, like cactus, so it's been answered. Professor Gofran spoke about the alternative products that you all will be using. Poonam Sharma is asking about the placement percentage in Noida and the highest packages in Noida. You spoke about it in Hyderabad. Would you have any information about what it's like in Noida, or would it be similar?
Actually, we have a system of centralized placement. So all the data of this, we consider all the students as one, not the campuses wise. And we provide opportunities to all of the students wherever the industry is coming. It is not like some industry is coming in Noida, so we will not hire Hyderabad students kind of. Or in Hyderabad, we will not hire Noida students. It's like that. So we have a centralized approach to the placement. So all the students apply of a particular for their particular industries, and they take it from around. So we take an average of that. So if I'm talking about Noida, it is being there are good placements. It's comparable to any of the
All right. All right.
organizations.
So there's a question from Smita Adarsh. We'll take this as the last question. In
Okay.
AIST,
Hmm.
do you not have sketching like what is there in NID and NIFT?
Right now, the pay, it's a multiple questionnaire based. Uh, if I'm talking about the exam is based on multi-question based. We are thinking about, because this has been a pattern for since long time, and the pattern which is followed right now, and it is external third party which is doing uh, this mm, exam for us, and we might be looking for a sketching and all, but right now we are not into that.
Okay, all right. So Aishwarya is asking about the entrance process for FDDI. Aishwarya, we request you to go back on the same webinar, on the same link. You can go back. It's already been covered a little while ago,
Yeah.
maybe about 45 minutes into from the start of this webinar. Around that time,
Yes.
it's been done. We need to wrap up. Professor Mohammed, if you can, are you discussing about that?
Let me go back to the admission process.
Yeah.
Just a moment.
So we'll briefly cover this before we end this webinar. And for those of you who are interested in applying to FDDI, please have a look at the pinned
Oh,
message on this chat. The link, the application link to FDDI has been put out there. So please click on that link and apply. Yeah. Over to
yes.
you, Professor.
Yeah, we have a online application form. The last date for filling this form is around 5th of May. It has been extended to, sorry, 7th of May. And then we have a All India selection test, which is on 12th of May. Then we have, after that, we'll have a declaration of result and rank, which is on 31st of May. After that, in first, second, or third week of June, we'll be having a counseling sessions where you can, according to rank, you'll be allotted the seats where you prefer this, whatever preference that you have given. And then will be after the seats have been allotted, you will have to submit the fees and reserve that seat for yourself, and we'll be starting it in July. So this is the timelines admission calendar. The major part of this right now is 7th of May, where this is last date, which is extended for the application. And then we have the exam date on 12th of May. And then we have merit list, which comes on 31st of May. After that, the counseling is done, then fee submission and the reporting to the allotted campus. That is the whole part of it.
And if anyone wants more information on FDDI, you can join the FDDI WhatsApp group. It's there on our community groups, on the community WhatsApp group. So please look out for that. Send in your request. I'll accept it right away. And we'll share the information again, the application link especially, so that y'all apply as soon as possible. Don't wait for the last date for application. They have a strong timeline and an inflexible timeline, but they've been flexible enough to extend the date to the 7th of May. But
Yeah.
it's unlikely that it'll extend further. So please apply immediately and don't wait for the last date. All right.
There have been requests, so we have extended by 1 week, but there is a very short timeline because between this application and this exam. So I don't think there will be any extension any further.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
So
Thank
thank
you so
you
much.
so much. Thank you so much. Oh, there's a request to share the link to the WhatsApp group. Let me see this. Let me share that link. Okay, I'm sharing the link to the WhatsApp group right now. Hold on. Okay, so I've shared that there. So please make sure that you all join the group and interact actively out there. Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you so
Thank you,
much.
Dion. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Professor. And if you can hold on, I will end the live stream.
Thank you, Dion, so much to give us an opportunity. And thank you so much to all of the viewers who are available.
You're welcome, Professor. All right.